absolutely amazing races this week, and MRC-X is back on the Friday to present another one for you all. Again, 2 championships in one race, and it's the home of creativity because you see everyone's best liveries. But today I'm joined by everyone's favourite person in the world, and he's definitely mine, Mr. Genie. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I am brilliant. I'm ready to go. I love MRC-X is like my baby, you know, so my streaming baby, I should say. It's actually Scott's baby, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I always find it was really fun last time I was on, so I'm really excited to do this again. So, thanks for giving me the opportunity, and yeah, it's really nice to see everybody's liveries that they come up with. I've seen a couple in the chat tonight, and I've got a few that I think that I'm edging towards, but yeah, let's have a good look at them all, I think, and we can be the judge.
Yeah, I think qualifying and under safety car conditions is always the best time to have a look, because that's when you get all the cars together, or at least on track. So let's have a little look at who is going to be the first person I go on board with. I think Kellogg's has got a bright livery, which is going to absolutely drive my eyes up the wall today. That's LK3, that's his nickname, the guy at very top. So yeah.
You know what? I like the luminescent paint. It's a good mix, actually. It's, like, you get different mixes, don't you? You get some that are based on classic cars or a completely novel design. This is one that, it looks fast. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are some cars that just have liveries that make them faster, and I reckon he's going to gain a couple of tenths just because of that yellow paint.
Yeah, that is very true. We was discussing before what Martin's car was, but B62B from 1992, driven by Damon Hill, his first ever car.
Yeah, okay. You know what I was about to say? I had no idea what that was, but it suddenly sprung to mind. Yeah, it was very, very slow. I hope that Martin is able to have a bit better performance than Damon did in that bleep box, as Nicky Lauda would call it.
I would definitely hope so. And I'm sure Martin will. He showed some unreal pace this season. I mean, you've raced against him quite a bit, so I'm sure you know what pace Martin's had this season.
Man is very quick at the moment. Yeah, he's
not mistaken. I think he was right up there anyway. So.
Oh yeah, definitely up at the end. He actually had a tyre strategy which I just threw out the window. But hey ho, you only
live once.
Precisely.
Yeah. Fanning's out. Whoa, what's happened to Fanning? He has gone just before, I think it's the very, very long straight. The back straight, effectively, by the looks of that. No, that's just before No Name, no, just after No Name, he's gone. So,
yeah.
That is not a great start for Fanning, sadly. But let's see the end of this Kellogg's lap, because he is coming down the back straight to see. I think he's going to be the first man across the line to set up.
Yeah, he should be. I think he was the first one out.
Yeah, it did look that way. I think I caught him. I followed him all the way out the pit, so I've done a whole outlap with him. Don't let us down, Kellogg's. Where are you going to put that car? What's the first time going to be? 1:48.6. I think that's a very solid banker to get underway.
You say solid banker. Look at that booth. He's just gone nearly 3 seconds faster with a 1:45. That's an illegal lap. There, that's absolutely
that's quicker than what I did in tier 3.
Yeah.
44.7 from Mark. Wow. I'll tell you something, Mark's had the audacity all of this season to say, I'm so slow, I'm awful, I hate this game, blah blah. Chris, wow, they're just, are we going to see a 43 today?
That would be impressive. I mean, the times do tumble here, don't they? Like, as the track starts to rubber in. As I'm learning on the new F1 Manager game, it's got a little line that says it's better, so I know it's better later in the session.
That game could be our safety car chat, actually. A little discussion about that one.
Yeah. Let's hold back on that.
Yeah.
I've had my first race today, and I like it. But yeah, let's save that.
I like the detail. Let's say that. But yeah. I'll tell you something. A livery that's caught my eye, and I saw it in pictures and media earlier, was Chris Bailey's. It's an old school Renault.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this one because.
Okay.
Well, you know that, like, I saw a lot of liveries in the chat, and it's like you've always got to appeal to the person who's on comms, really, because one of us will pick livery of the day. And if you're going to do a livery based on the GOAT himself, Fernando Alonso, I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
so,
I had a feeling this is like one of his first ever championship winning kind of liveries, isn't it? Sort of. So
yeah, totally. That Renault that he finally epic battle with Michael Schumacher all the season, which was really shook things up and put his name on the map. Multiple World Championship winner, Fernando Alonso. That's a big tick from
your king, basically. Yeah. It's just a shame you're going to be wearing green or driving green next season. So.
I have to change everything up. Oh goodness me! Chris Bailey's had a bit of a moment on the back straight. He's in lap as well. But...
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was. I'll tell you something though. I don't know if you managed to get time to watch Tier 4, but obviously I did comms for Tier 4 on Wednesday. Oh, he's lost his wing as well. But in Tier 4, basically every single person I mentioned on stream then went and DNF'd.
Okay, so we're going to try and keep up the curse tonight. Is that the aim?
I did kind of say to Chris, like, I'll mention you, and he has just gone in the wall and lost his front wing. So it's completely my fault, Chris, and I'm not sorry one little bit. But
I don't know what the fewest number of people who have finished an MRC race is.
I do, because I was on stream for it.
It
was 9.
How many is it? 9. Okay, well, just mention 12 people's names,
and we can break a record.
Yeah, perfect.
The record is also 7 safety cars, which I achieved on that very stream with Mark Simba. So we've got a bit get 8. No, we don't want 8. That is it was the longest race I've ever experienced in my life. But I've just realised Laura Pell's lap time. Wow.
Yeah, that was again another stonking lap. And you were saying, are we going to beat 143 maybe? I think if he's getting that one in pretty early on, yes, he's the one to watch. He'll be the first to break that 143 barrier. But there's a lot of time to go. The big thing about Spa, particularly when you're qualifying, is it's a long lap. Other places you can get easily 3 runs in, possibly maybe 4 if you just do them back to back to back to back. Round here you get 2, maybe 3 if you get it right in at the end, but it's still it's a challenge, and it's so easy to invalidate around here as well. So
it is.
You really got to see those people who cope well under pressure.
Yeah, you definitely do. I'm just going on board because I'm trying to give the curse to. I'm not trying to give the curse to Simba, but he's driving a very old school Ferrari. I don't know if you've seen that in pictures and media, but
I have. Yeah, it looks the part, doesn't it?
It does. It looks very nice. I'll be honest. Yeah. As a Ferrari fan as well, for me, I love it.
Is it as quick as Schumacher as he comes across the line in 5th place? Okay, yeah, really not bad. That's quicker than Martin's time. Those times are starting to come down now, and I think it was a very solid lap.
They are. If those times, though, if that's a banker time by Laura Pell and Chris, I don't want to see what an absolute fastest time is by them two, to be completely honest. But let's have a look at Neil, who runs the Golf McLaren every week. I think I've seen that. Oh, Neil's round on no name. Whoa, he did well to not go into the wall or anything there, so wow. I thought that was going to be a big crash.
That's the second person we've seen around there, and it is really easy. You got to really throw your car into that corner, and you're sort of going across the curbs as well. And we all know how punishing the curbs can be in the game this year, so yeah. A lot of people pushing really hard and just struggling at that corner.
Yeah, I've just seen a very Mercedes Patronus type livery from Mr. Flurries. I do like it, if I'm honest.
Oh yeah, that's like the classic silver mistake. Back to silver this year. For some reason they're black, but that was from they're always black in my head. But yeah.
Yeah. That is like that looks more like the 2014, 2015 sort of style Mercedes. Yeah. I like that.
To be fair, I'm really impressed with what you can do with the liveries on the car. Like the previous years, I felt like you couldn't do that much with them, but just adding a few touches like having metallic paint makes that entirely. It turns it in from something quite bland into that silver arrow. So yeah, great work there for Mr. Flurries.
Yeah, it definitely is. Let's have a look at Jordan Burton. He is going to start his lap. He's gone for what looks like it's a very nice. I actually really like that. Wow, that livery's really nice. blue
totally
and
tropical, isn't it?
light green. It looks, yeah. I don't know why. That's just one that's caught my attention there. But we've also got Kid Dynamite out on track as well, who's going to be one to keep an eye on in qualifying, as he always is, because I think just about everyone knows just how quick Kid Dynamite is. So.
Yeah, and I really hope that his chance for redemption after last week, he had a bit of problem with disconnecting under safety car, and then a weird issue with a disqualification for something that that I bet was absolute rubbish, because we know how Cody's are this year. So yeah, if anybody can strike back, it's Kid Dynamite, or middle-aged Dynamite, as is in the chat this week.
Don't watch this back, kid, please.
I was his teammate last year. I can say things like that.
Yeah, you can get away with it. It's fine.
Yeah.
You've got that kind of friendship.
Just have a look up the top there. We were saying, would 143 be beaten? Saviour's just gone top, the 144.099.
Wow, he actually has. I think we're going to see a 43. I'd be very surprised if we don't at this point. But I think I've just seen the car that's going to win your livery of the day.
Where's that to?
That would be the man, Mr. MRC-X himself, Scott. I think you'll just look at it and be like, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That is a classic Williams livery, isn't it? Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
And I know how much you love them, so. But, yeah.
Sorry, that's just the glory years Williams, isn't it? I think I mentioned
it. Literally.
Yeah.
But Jordan Byrne, 150.8, that's not too bad. I've just noticed though, him and Scott were having a very big ding-dong battle that entire lap.
Yeah, I think they were just... It's one of those things where you're both on flyers and you haven't quite left the gap, or... You know, I don't know how much quicker Scott is. We've obviously got 2 tiers of driver here, so you're going to have that big difference. So
yeah,
the driver who is, you know, they're on their fast lap, they are entitled to their fast lap and to go quick. They don't have to get out of the way. But obviously Scott will have felt a little hampered on that lap. But it's not over yet. He's got time to get back in the pits and get another quick lap on the board here.
He definitely does. I'm looking at Kid Dynamite, and when you look at his livery from a distance, it's very striking. Very striking.
It's not quite the Wolverine from last week, is it? But it's yeah.
It's almost like he's gone for that style, but with a different colour. If you know, with different colours, I should say.
Yeah,
so
black on it this week.
But where's he going to put it? I'm just looking now. He's coming into the end of the second sector, and it looks like a very solid. I think this could be, if I know Kid Dynamite, he always puts his banker laps on pole, so this is going to be like a 43 no, a 42.9 or something, knowing him, and the chasing pack are just going to have to find a second. But into the buster. Oh, he's a bit deep. Oh, he's come in. I think he may have messed up his lap right at the end there, potentially, but unless he's yeah,
it's not showing as invalidated, but yeah, maybe he just decided that wasn't the lap, or he's going for a last to first challenge. Kid Dynamite has a huge tendency of doing that in MRC-X. He loves starting from the back. So I'm just on board with Carl now, who's on his out lap. He's got a very nice livery as well. Oh yeah, that's sort of another Williams-inspired livery. I like that one.
Yeah, that's
a hint about it.
It's got a very bright yellow on it as well, which is gonna, well, if the race is sunny, imagine if we've got this beautiful sunshine in quality and then it just turns to mist and rain for the race. That would be such a shame, wouldn't it? It really would.
It would be such a shame, wouldn't it? But from someone who had to put up with the rain in Tier 2 this week, we had wet qualifying and a wet race. I'm very happy to see the sun out at Spa, thank you very much.
Well, we didn't see it last season in real life that much today in practice either, so...
Yes, yeah, just, oh my goodness, getting flashbacks.
Yeah, well, at least MRC can provide you more racing than the real Spa did, so...
Precisely.
Martin, it said, was on a lap, but he's 8.5 seconds down, so I don't think he's on a flighter, that's for sure. Let's have a look. What's Simba? Simba's coming into the final sector, so let's watch his lap and see how he's going to be doing coming into the bus stop. He is the championship leader for the Challenger tier. He looks like he's got a bit deep in the bus stop there, but he's okay. Good on the exit. Where's this going to put him? 45.2. He's into 6th. Good lap.
That's very good, isn't it? if you're thinking we got 2 tiers of driver here, and the person who's top of the bottom tier should be coming in 11th to qualify in 6th. That's an excellent effort, isn't it, when you've got so many other tier 1 and tier 2 drivers around you? So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. But I think we were here for Abu Dhabi, and you know how we got the Challenger class. One of the tier 3 drivers put it on pole the entire thing.
Blimey.
And bearing in mind you had Chris Bailey, Kid Dynamite, Laura Pell, Saviour, Mark, all of them guys, and he just went and put it on pole. I was like, whoa. I was in shock, but...
Were they all crowding round his car at the end, checking the rear wing, doing an Inspector Seb? Just like,
most probably.
Here, then?
I wouldn't be at all surprised, but... Purple Sector. Do you know what? He deserves a bit of credit here, okay? Purple Sector 1. His name, and he's got a purple car.
I mean, how could you not?
Like,
with those?
You get points from me for that one. Fair play. So
I would rather have a name like Yellow Sector or Red Sector or starting from the pit lane.
Yeah,
but...
literally. Chris always says at the start of tier 3, basically, if Purple Sector sets a Purple Sector, he will do a shot on stream. So, and it's never happened yet, sadly, for Purple Sector. So I want it to happen just to get Chris drunk, but you know.
Yeah. Here's a hint for Purple Sector: get out first.
Yes, I know. That's what I've said. Just be the first man on track, and you will then get Chris Bailey drunk live on stream.
3 shots in a row, fantastic.
Yeah, it would be lovely. But let's have a look at Mr. Hodgson.
Whoa!
Oh, massive moment! That is the curse again. I'm so sorry, Mark.
It's no name again. Like I said, you are pushing so hard through that corner. It's so easy just to get your back right tyre on the grass, and then you're just a passenger. I think he's done very well to actually make sure he hasn't ended up in the wall with a wheel missing there. So
he has. That was a brilliant save to keep that out of the wall. Neil's out. Where's Neil gone? That's down the back straight, is it? Kind of looks like. No, he's gone in the pit lane, I think, actually. I think he's just retired in his pit box, so that's not too bad. I can't believe that I've literally just cursed Mark like I did in tier. I've just realised that's the end of the session. Let's have a look at Saviour. He's 4/10 down at the end of the first sector. Laura Pell is about a 10th up at the end of the first. Where's he going to be at the end of the second? 4/10 up. So this is looking like the first 43 potentially from Laura Pell in P2. So can he keep this hooked up in the final sector? Because I mean, it is largely just a straight, to be honest, with 2 chicanes at the end of it.
It's a straight. You can really easily overthink your braking point as you go into that sector.
Yeah.
And it's you're going to be so careful on the traction coming out of it. He just loses the back end.
Is this going to be it? Oh no, he lost a bit right at the end. That's cost him majorly. Now let's go and have a look at Kate Blanchett, Mr. Chris Bailey. Let's have a look. He was down in the first sector, but everyone knows the time that you gain is usually in the middle sector. So let's see. Oh, Chris looked like he had a bit of a twitch in the middle sector there, but what's his cut-off going to be? He's about, is that 8.5 tenths, does that say?
It's very even, Stevens.
Oh.
It was minus 0.050, so he needs to have that immaculate last sector here. He's really got to nail the bus stop.
Yeah. Let's have a look at Chris. So it's all about this braking, literally, like you said, all about this. Oh, he's got a bit deep. By the looks of it, it's going to hinder him a bit for the second one. But how much is he going to gain? Is this going to put him into P2? Not quite. He does improve a little bit though, so I think that's going to be it for qualifying. Let's go and quickly have a look at CBG Sambal. No, he's invalidated. Oh, Kid Dynamite. 43.7. Now that's an under pressure laugh if you ever want to see one.
What did we... Is that his first legal lap?
Yes. That is his first legal lap, yes.
That's his banker then. That's fine. Let's see what you do when you have to do the real thing. Blimey. That's incredible. Pole position, 143 by... God, what, 0.3 of a second?
2.5 roughly, yeah. That's crazy. That's ludicrous from him. Wow. I don't think you'd say anything other than wow to that. He's just popped out of nowhere, but yeah. Purple Sector 1's just said in YouTube chat that he does purple sectors on his screen. They've got to say it on mine, basically, for me to do shots. So, yeah. Otherwise, like if they show it on my screen, that's fine. But you've got to do it on Wednesday when Chris is on stream, because he's the one that always says it.
Yeah, if you could record those purple sectors and send it to the stewards, then we'll get him to drink the shots retrospectively.
Yeah, that'll be his penalty for saying it on stream. Yeah, agreed. But there's your grid. So in pole, Kid Dynamite, second place, Saviour, third, Lurapel, Chris Bailey in fourth, Mark in P5. I think he'll be happy with that ish, because he did make a mistake on that last lap. Single Track in sixth, Simba in seventh, and pole for the Challenger tier. G-Star in P8, Mr. Flores P9. Boofy takes second in, well, P10, but everyone knows what I mean. Scott P3, CBG Sambal in P... Well, I've lost my head now. He's in P12. Energy Dan P13. Luke Kellogg's P14. Purple Sector 1 in 15th. Johnny Smooth 16th. Jordan Byrne 17th, Neil 18th, Carl 19th, and Fanning, who did not settle up because he crashed very early, in P20. But, I mean, is it safe to say that your prediction for the race is probably going to be Kid Dynamite at this point?
I mean, he's got the pace, but remember last week, you know, I thought he could get off the line and just sprint away, and you've got Lurapel and Chris Bailey, who are always on his tail. I always like seeing those three scrap, and I think with Saviour in the mix this week, we could see a titanic tussle at the top. So, yeah, really can't wait. Saviour is the defending champion as well, so I mean, with Mark there as well, you can never rule Mark out either. So. Oh yeah, sure, Mark. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so sorry, I think we've got a gigantic. But to be honest, I think we've got like 6 drivers who can win the title at the moment. So it's going to be hectic, but it looks dry. So that's a positive for them. But we've got 1 red light, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're away. Good start from Kid Dynamite. Lurapel just had a really bad start. Saviour's taking the lead though. Saviour's around the outside. Who's that on the inside? Is that Mark? Mark's taking the lead from P5. Wow, what a start from Mark. That's electric. Chris Bailey's in P2. Saviour in P3. Martin up to P4. Kid Dynamite's gone from pole to 5th. And Lurapel's gone from 3rd to 10th. What's happened to Lurapel?
He just went backwards at the start, didn't he? I don't know if he was super tentative. You've got to get used to these super cold tyres at the start now with no formation lap, but he's trying his best to make up time as he dives down into the calm.
Chris has just taken the lead from Mark as well. So, wow, that was a pretty good. I almost wish. I think during the safety car, I may actually sit back and have a look at that start again, because Mark's come from 5th into the lead. Yes, I will rewind the stream on my phone and watch that back.
No guarantee of a safety car. Look, you know, what are the chances? I think we're going to get a clean race.
I called one within 10 seconds of it coming out on Tier 4 on Wednesday. I said we need a safety car, 10 seconds safety car. I was like, oh, someone's round. Who's that? Is that Kid?
It's Martin.
Martin. Oh no, that was
gone.
Yeah. I just saw a car's like back end just go completely there, and wow. But Chris is absolutely flying.
Gosh, he's put that second already, hasn't he, on Mark?
He has, but bearing in mind, Mark actually led in turn 1 as well, so best launch down the Kemmel. He's up the inside, but now he's taking the outside line. His exit's going to be slightly hindered, but Saviour keeps the position. He hangs on for P3 for now. Chris, fastest lap. He's just running away a little bit here.
Yeah, what I will say is Chris seemed to sort of empty some of his ERS that lap. He's down to 53. When you compare it to somebody like Kid, who's still on 90.
Yeah.
Very different strategies playing out here, and obviously Chris wants to just vettle it.
Maybe lack of pace early on in the race. He's on the hard tyres. So, but can I just say that makes his start even more impressive. But look at Kid Dynamite. He's gone up 2 positions, made a double overtake down that straight. Saviour's now also ahead, but now Mark's under a bit of pressure from McFlurry behind him. So, yeah, it's all settling down now, at least a little bit. But yeah, Mark, I'll tell you something. For a man to start on hard tyres and go from 5th to 1st in turn 1, that's unbelievable.
That is incredible, and the fact that he's the only one on hard tyres, knowing that he's on the alt strategy now, he'll feel confident. All he needs to do is just sort of hang with these guys for the first 2 laps, see if he can get that DRS. Then he's in a chance of just sticking in there. You also just think, oh, whoa!
Oh, Mark's round!
Say that, Mark's round.
Oh, it's the commentary curse again. I'm not going on camera with him again. But let's have a look at Saviour and Kid Dynamite. I'm sorry, Saviour, you're probably next on my list now. But such a shame for Mark. He's going to be so gutted with that one, isn't he?
It was, yeah. He's exactly the same place that Martin went, actually. You take that left, right, and it's all curb, and you're used to in the old games taking the curb and it being fine. On these cold tyres right at the start, heavy fuel, everything's a bit more sensitive. Just takes a little bit too much on the throttle and suddenly around. So yeah, it's happened to both of them, but we both know that those two never give up, and they'll be fighting all the way through.
Well, it's like last week. I think Mark dropped considerably to the back and ended up finishing on the podium, I believe it was. So
Yeah.
and it was quite early on, and